And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. And he'll start by handing this off to McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down deep into Charger territory. A big play there from McCaffrey, 54 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Panthers are now an extra point away from tying up this game.
Joey Sly lining up for the point after.
So the big play to kick off the drive set them up 1st and goal, and they're able to cash in right away on play number 2.
I think I'm starting to understand more and more when we get ready to do games and we meet with coaches why they talk about big plays, explosive plays, and how it sets them up for success, because that's exactly how they were able to score on this one. We saw the touchdown. We saw the payoff. But, of course, that big, long chunk play is what got him in position.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
No gain on the play.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that. Herbert has it knocked free. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning, they got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down. Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Chargers 7, Panthers 6.
Bridgewater. Forced out to his left, and he's taken down. Trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it was results in a sack. It was Melvin Ingram that time who shot in to bring him down.
Joey Sly on for the field goal. A 38-yard attempt.
And this is just outside the right upright. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Second and 9.
Herbert. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Open man, it's Allen. Herbert with a connection to Allen for a Charger 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. Call it an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 3rd down.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. On 4th down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. So the possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
It's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. I think the best offenses love to give the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And that will be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Chargers will be set up pretty well as they take over in great field position. And he'll give it here to his running back. Well, he's got some breathing room. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
First and 10.
He's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen,
and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, 35 yards. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
And that lead is now 7 with a chance to go to 8 or more if they want to get crazy here, which we don't expect. But I just know the way the game's being played with the analytics, there's going to be a lot more of going for 2 in a lot of situations, isn't there?
Yeah, there's going to be. And I think their focus here, they don't want to give up anything going into the lockers on the other, and just a little bit of time left on the clock.
Yeah, they don't want to do anything to erase the good feeling they have right now by getting this late score in the half.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And you have to figure they won't just sit on the football here in the final minute. The way things have gone, they need to try to make something happen offensively.
But maybe they should. Maybe they should sit on it here because of what you just said. They haven't made anything happen offensively. Getting ready to go into the half, give them a chance to take a deep breath, exhale a little bit, and start over. I don't know if this is the time to push it myself.
Yeah, right now, under 100 yards of total offense. Second and 5 now. Bridgewater. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. First down throw for Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Working with second and 5 now.
A gain of 5 brings up second.
From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Now he's hit, and Bridgewater loses the football. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
Play.
Good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's third and long. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he will get this to the midfield stripe, but that's not going to be enough. He's a few yards short. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. His throw incomplete. He was looking for the Pro Bowl wideout Keenan Allen there. And it's third down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Herbert. Got him knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
Allen on the punt as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 20. 54-yard punt. 14 on the return. Nets him 40. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. You call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he's got some space here. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. 25 yards to pick up there, and also a 1st down.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. They didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, and it created a big run.
It's a game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Now a handoff here to his running back. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Taken down right at the line.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They're going for it. Here's Herbert. And Allen's got it. And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Chargers 21.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Bridgewater now looking to throw it first. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Uchenna and Wosu got the sack there.
Man,
he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
They'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. From the 39, Bridgewater. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward.
We always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
The Charger drive about to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And to give this time to the tailback. 8 yards there on the carry, and now they're left with a much more manageable 3rd and 3.
By Jeremy Chin.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Eli Apple. The 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And they go with McCaffrey. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
Chargers 21, Panthers 14.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And now this 4th quarter becoming very interesting. That pick 6 makes this a 1-score game. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how aggressive they choose to be. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Second and 14. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a yard on the gain there, and that'll set up 3rd and 13. And in this situation with a lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that load in the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. That's a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up
fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. That is incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. This is Johnson. He's got it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 12-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. 2 running plays go backwards, so what's the call on 3rd and 13 now? Now Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down.
Michael Badgley for the Charger field goal. A 32-yard attempt.
Badgley able to knock this one through, and that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, they got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Thomas has got it. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now,
and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Desmond King picks it.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 20 before he's dropped. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
He's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on first and goal. Now it's Herbert. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Now from the 7, here's second and goal. Eluding the pressure right. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the L.A. Chargers, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down.